Welcome back to Blast Guys Reviews. In this review, we can take a look at Hasbro's Star Wars The Vintage Collection from the Mandalorian show, the Death Watch Mandalorian. This is a 118 CL action figure, and this Mandalorian Death Watch Trooper is actually an army builder. Let's start off by taking a look at the card. Top of the card, we have the age recommendations 4 and above. We have the choking hazards not for children under 3. In the center of the Star Wars The Mandalorian logo. Just below that, the Death Watch Mandalorian name peel. As we go down the card, you can see the artwork on the right side of the video and the figure in its clamshell with the accessories on the left side of the video. This is a really nice looking action figure. We have the Kenner logo there at the bottom. Looks pretty nice. Here at the back of the card, we have VC219. At this middle here, we have the cross sell with the other figures available. There's the Vintage Collection logo and a bunch of unsightliness here at the bottom. And there's UPC, which I'll show you here shortly, just in case you're trying to track down this figure. Okay, there's the UPC. You can pause and read that. Hold it for a few seconds to give you guys a chance to pause if you need to. Alright, so with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the figure outside the packaging. Alright, so just because I've shown everything that's included in your packaging, here we have this fold out on the bottom. It's a bunch of stuff that's on the back of that card, which makes it unsightly. Just so if anybody's interested, there it is. Very collectible. Okay, here's our Mandalorian Death Watch character out of the packaging. He looks amazing. Let's take a look at that Mandolin helmet. We have the blues, different shades of blue. There's a predominant blue versus the little brighter blue here on each side. The black lens. We have the antenna here, blue on top, kind of like a gunmetal blue there on the bottom. Basically just pretty much that darker blue on the back side of the helmet. Then we have the grayish gunmetal color just here under the eye. The blue vest, the white here, white there. The blue pauldrons. He has like a grayish, two-tone gray. We have the darker gray and then a lighter gray here, just under his chest armor. The gauntlet has some white on it. Very cool. Some silver on this side. On the back of the figure, we have that lighter gray. Now this big old gaping hole in the back. Don't know why Hasbro thinks they need such a large hole for the backpacks or jetpacks on these Vintage Collection characters. We have a brown belt, a little blue pad there on the back side. Here's this pistol case. It's like a vinyl type plastic. This belt has a little bit of like a copper there on his belt. Blue thigh pads. A little bit of white there. White hair on these knee pads. The blue background, like a brown hair strap around the top of his boots, and then the black boots. Looks like a little bit of silver there. Very nice looking figure. So let's take a 360 look at him. Some of the angles of it if you want to check him out up closer. Top of the helmet. Sides. It's the back. There's all the sculpting for like the wrinkles in his clothing. Looks pretty good. It's the bottom of his feet. Top. Okay, for the articulation. 360 rotation on the helmet. Kind of down a little bit. More back to stationary than anything. Side to side. Now this antenna is actual articulated. You can put it down in front of his visor like so. You can actually put it, it can go all the way 360 if you wanted to force it all the way around. So you can go all the way back also. So it's pretty cool. It doesn't seem to come out, at least very easily. So that's a good thing. 260 rotation on the arms. I feel like a soft ratcheting. Then they go up really nicely. You see how that pauldron tucks into that shoulder? That is perfect. That's a really nice feature. Not too bad at all. Okay, then here at the elbow we have a 360 rotation. It's a ratcheting too. You can feel that. I don't know if you could hear it. Then we have a bendable elbow. Just a little more than 90 degrees on those. So on this hand, it looks like this goes 360. And then go down. Yeah, down and up like this. And this one does the same. So it's a little stiff. I want to break his wrist. Of course, you can go in and out if you like that. It's very cool. Now for like a lower chest articulation, we have the side to side, half crunch, back, 360 rotation. And I'm glad that these guys have the ball peg joints instead of that clone trooper, stormtrooper little piece you guys spin around to find the joint. So that's great. Spread his leg is that much. Pretty good that way. And then sitting is really nice. Very, very nice. He has 90 degree. Actually, more than 90 degree. Look at that. It's not a double jointed knee. It's still a single joint, but he gets more than 90, so that's very cool. For his feet, they pivot down. It's like that. Up pretty far. Then you can go 360 around the ankle if you would like. And of course, you got the side to side there. Really nice figure. For the most part, from what you used to seen from the Mandalorian, not the Mandalorian figures, but the vintage collection figures. And he can sit with his teammates. Sort of good. Now for his accessories, he has his jetpack, and it has some fairly nice paint. We have some, looks like we have some silver there with some gray, maybe mixed with some grays. The blue, it's very well detailed. There's a little line work here. Painted. Very nice. These has holes in it. Wonder if the Boba Fett flames fit that. We'll find out in the Boba Fett video. So look forward to that. Here is that notch on the back. And then obviously it just basically fits right in and it stays pretty nicely. Okay. So he has a pistol. It's black, very small, brown handle. And again, it's soft. This is stuff they need to get away with too. Too soft to be. It's kind of a nuisance, actually, in my opinion. But especially small ones, and then some of the sculpt work of the some of the other figures, because it's so hard to get into the hand because it moves too much and it's really a pain. But that's my opinion. Okay, there's the pistol. You can hold it. You can come out. Fly around shooting people. Kind of wish he had two of them so he could do the dual wield. That'd be kind of cool, right? These are awesome figures. Okay, so you might have noticed earlier, he does have a, like I said, these are very small. Just to reiterate that, he has a case here that they fit in. They fit pretty decently. And I don't see them fall out, so, but if they fall over, you could possibly lose them. So something that's really just a heads up on. Just be careful on these your little pistols. The only thing I find with these figures is the feet. They're very much, you gotta really work them in to get them to get a positive stance like that. They're kind of, they want to, as you can see there, it's a good example. Thank you guys for doing that. And this guy here, they kind of want to like go down at an angle, and it's really hard to get a perfect sit between, because it's almost like they're notched to where you just got to get the perfect stance for them. And they can be just knock that one over too, because of the still trying to work in the stance for these guys. But that's really the only bad point I have for these figures. Well, we'll kind of get ahead of ourselves with the cons, but of the figure, we'll do the end of the video. So one more weapon to look at is his official blaster rifle. We have the scope and the grip. Then we have this little piece. I hate these things, but it's the design, I guess. I can understand it for these guys, but man, some of those droids would drive me nuts when they have those like that. So I kind of go, you know, like this. Take the gun backwards, get it in, kind of rotate it around. And so the other thing is that can be a pain is getting that trigger finger to go into that guard there. It's almost you gotta kind of like either you gotta pull the finger out with the tool or your finger if you can get it, or twist your gun around a little bit and try not to bend it too much. But you can get it. It's not as long as you would think, but it looks pretty cool. So manipulating it can also be a pain because it could fall out, and obviously like that, for example. So it's just a tightness in here versus the weapon, and it's really not a great grip on the actual weapon, in my opinion. But you can play around with it if you like to get. You can get it two-wheel, but it's a little challenge. You can do it. I've done it. Just not gonna waste a whole lot of time with that in our review today. So he's a really nice figure for if you want to get a squad. Well, not necessarily, you know, a squad or whatever, how many you want, an army, a little team, whatever you want to call it. So there's a few of mine I have here. If you want an idea what they would look like in an army builder setting, here they took over the Navarre Cantina, and they are going to have a Death Watch party, I guess. I don't know. But these are really cool. So my cons is the standing. These feet and ankles. There's nothing really wrong with them. Just you got to get the right positioning, because they want to go popping out these two little joints. You know, those notches they set in. So it can be a little tricky. And then that gun, and that it's just it can be a pain to get that in his hand with that little trigger finger. So other than that, they're solid figures. They have the better crotch. They look awesome. Mandalorian Death Watch is one of the coolest teams or groups in the Star Wars universe. One of my favorites. I love the Mandalorians all together. I'm glad to see that we're getting more attention from the Mandalorians. You know, I'd love to see the Mandalorian War done in the TV series. And we got the Mandalorian, we got Boba Fett, the Book of Boba Fett, and then we're getting these characters. And used to be just Boba Fett, Jango Fett. That's all we really gotten. Got some here and there in the comic book packs, but they're really starting to get these guys, a lot of Mandalorians out to the collectors in the R118 scale, and obviously they're doing them in 112 scale too. But that's a whole different video. So guys, I hope you guys liked this review. If you did, I really appreciate if you subscribe to the channel, and definitely hit that thumbs up. It helps the channel out. Comment down below, like, share the video, hit that notification bell, all that great stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in our next review.